My name is Samuel. I'm from a tiny village out of the east coast of Malaysia, Terengganu, and I lived in Kuala Lumpur for a while. And why do I start Desto? It is a funny journey. It's a journey of 5 years, and it's a soul-searching journey which I had stumbled upon. And lately, for the past 2 years, I've been looking into blockchain, and I didn't understand it, to be honest with you. And my friends, everybody's jumping into Bitcoin. I say, what is this? What is Bitcoin? And what is Ethereum? You know, everybody's making money, right? And of course, we are skeptical, having come from a private equity background. Come on, you don't create money out of thin air and start printing money out of thin air and make money, right? And is this a scam, or what is this? So it took me a year to really get to know people. I am lucky enough to meet a friend, Pravin. He's from India, has been stationed in Malaysia for 10 years. He educated me about blockchain, about Bitcoin. Must give credit to him, and he's the one who inspired me to look more into blockchain. Pravin is a very successful man of his right to jump from the financial industry into a blockchain industry. And this is a very profound statement: financial industry and blockchain industry. And I start looking at it that way. Blockchain is a new .com. It's a new movement which is designed to solve problems. And I get to understand that. And it's the first time in my working life that I am working on something which could potentially solve a problem, right? I'm not sending man to the moon, I cannot do that. But having come from a humble beginning, I read a lot of books about helping others, about how people suffer here. And I like to look at images and photographs and movies and videos about people. I like to look at people. And I've been to places like Cambodia. I've been to places, I've also worked in Korea before, and I've been to Hong Kong and China. And then what gave me a profound hit in the gut, you can say that, is I visited Cambodia once. I visited the slum. And our sponsor, I must say that we are consulting for a Korean company trying to build a big condominium complex on next to the river at Phnom Penh. And in the morning, when I was in Phnom Penh, I received a call. My boss received a call saying that the police are here, and I didn't understand that. What happened was that the developer hired the police, the military, to clear all those slums. The day before I was there, I saw the children, they are living there. That's their life. The kids without shirt, right? They are looking for $1 or $2, and they come in droves, and they need help. And here you are, you have a government who does that to people just because of building a condominium. To serve who? So that actually gave me a big impact after a while, and Desto came along and blockchain came along. And I did a lot of research into it, and I asked myself this question: if I were to start blockchain today, what is the first problem I want to help solve, and that can give immediate impact to the people? And I say that, hey, what is it? And I must admit, I do not know what is it. At first I was jumping from Desto, CX, which is a crypto exchange, to I was trying to look into decentralized exchange and how we can help the crypto world. But that's not my passion. I don't feel the connection at all, you know. And one day the awakening happened, and that crypto exchange was before Desto. Okay, it was before Desto. Let me qualify that. And one day the awakening happened. And where Sunny, my good friend, came back when I come back from a movie of the Last Jedi, if I'm not wrong, and he was asking me, he called me, hey bro, what is the name of our blockchain? we need a name. I said, are you confirmed? Have you confirmed that name? So it was other name, I'm not going to mention that. I'm too shy to mention that. It was a horrible name with no meaning. And I just stumbled upon Desto because I used to work with a company which the name Desto. And all this while I didn't think that it means something. Right? It has no meaning. And when I Google it, Desto means awakening. And immediately it hit my heart, and I said, hey, I've been sitting on this name for 5 years and I didn't know that it's awakening. And now it's awakening because all of us in the world today are awakening to blockchain. In a better word, all of us in the world today are waking up to Bitcoin rather than blockchain, right? And because of that, I name it Desto. And from there, I start to have a lot of inspiration. Awakening to what? How do I help serve the people? And immediately we did a research, and we found that, to my surprise, I didn't realize this. My first research was on World Bank. It states in World Bank that it's an article in 2011 that at that time it 2 billion people without bank account. It's mind-boggling. Today is 2.5 billion people without a bank account. And that brought me the image of 2007 when I was in Cambodia, fresh in my head. I said, these guys have no chance to come into the economy. There's no way they could help themselves without a bank account. And why is this world becoming like that? We have 10,000 banks out there. They're not doing a very good job there. Which is true. We are trying to help them to bridge into the economy. And how do we solve the world economic problem? It's very simple. Involve the next 2.5 billion people to come in to be productive into the economy. Then we could potentially build a GDP of a world GDP of 100 trillion to next 200 trillion. You never know. And that is the only way out for humanity. But somehow we are not doing it. I'm not sure why. Perhaps it's because of technology. It's not there yet. I'm sure there are a lot of predecessors, the technology creators, right? With good intention. They're doing their best. There are a lot of hindrances in the name of regulation, in the name of politics, and in the name of everything, where it could hinder technology to reach these people. But I'm sure that boundary is breaking up. Technology is bridging people. And I'm sure that blockchain will be the bridge to the poor, will be the bridge to these 2.5 billion. Desto is not about solving all the problem of this 2.5 billion. We cannot do it ourselves. And imagine more than 10,000 banks are serving 3 billion people. We need almost the same amount of fintech like us, blockchain companies like us, to actually serve the people. And we only have that few right now because it's just so new. And so after brainstorming with Sunny, a good friend of 3 years, I didn't know he was in blockchain until recently, and which is great, and which gives us a very a basis to work together because we have already built that relationship over the years. And we have a team, and we research into blockchain. Which blockchain would be best to serve this community? Is it POW, POS? Is it the proof of correctness? And what would be the one? So after intense debate and intense research into it, we found the one. The one blockchain which we want to solve their problem is through high speed of transaction by the second, has to be low cost and easy to maintain. That is the one. And we want to reach to the grassroots immediately. And that is why the concept of Desto is unlike tech companies. We want to bring it down to the layman, the women, the child. Easy for them to understand through demonstration. Right? People can understand apps, people can understand mobile phones. So we would like to reach to the people this way. And I think that believe that Desto blockchain is about that. So Desto blockchain is also about building lots of other blockchain to solve other problems. But we start with this because this is the lowest hanging fruit, and this is the easiest to reach to the people, because people understand transaction. Okay, so we are here to build end-to-end solution from the user P2P cross-border money transaction, and as well as to build a network of agents offline and online together with these merchants, and as well as the local agents who can provide the liquidity, which to support this whole entire ecosystem of transferring wages back home. I come from Malaysia, and we have millions of foreign workers who work in Malaysia, and they have to be away from their family. And the current system does not allow them to freely send money back to the family easily. It takes days. And sometimes due to some agents, unscrupulous agents, they may lose their entire savings. They may lose their entire money. And it is hard work. Most of them are laborers, and most of them are helpers at home for some other homes, and they need to send money back to their home, and it is not easy to do it today in the legal way. So we want to provide that kind of platform, a transparent platform, a legal platform, a proper platform for people to use. And we are willing to work with authorities, we are willing to work with regulation, we are willing to work with people with influence, that hey, let's help these people, let's use this technology, we know that we can do it. Okay, and we acknowledge that blockchain will allow us to do this for people. So this is the first base where we are going to reach the people. We start from Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia has more than 400 million people unbanked. Shocking number. I live in Southeast Asia. I didn't think of this ever in my life, and this is something very new to me, and I'm very passionate into bringing this technology to them. All they need is just a handphone, a mobile phone on their hands. And I believe that most of the economies today, or most of the governments, are pouring a lot of money into the system to build telecommunication networks, to build telecom towers, so that people are able to communicate with one another. And it is through this communication, the communities can get connected. Once they are all connected, our solution will be able to find the reach to these people, and they will never be disconnected from the rest of the world ever again. And we shall start from this region, a step at a time, the Southeast Asia, the South Asia, to somewhere in Nepal, Afghanistan maybe. Let's look at all this area where we have our people who can support easily. Okay, and we hope to inspire other entrepreneurs and other technology providers to do the same with us, because Desto cannot do it alone. And we are also open to collaboration and joint ventures into different regions, so that we can spread our technology like wildfire. Because Desto is about building the entire stack of technology, not just the protocol. We do not just build the protocol, we also have the network to support. We also build block applications, and this is key.